special day is because after nearly 3 weeks, the Mini today is finally going to be getting fixed, and I'm so excited and I cannot wait. So we finally got all the parts needed. I've got Mitch here today to help out. Much thanks to the bro. So obviously we've already got these new R1 concepts with the new rotors and pads, but we had an issue obviously with this right rear brake caliper. So today we're going to be swapping this right rear brake caliper and then finishing the other brakes so the Mini will be good to go. About 10 minutes. Old caliper is off. Obviously everything here is bare, so we're about to throw on that new caliper. This goes back to AutoZone because I get $80 back. So this is a nice $80. So next step, let's get the new caliper on and we'll go from there. We are now done with that right rear. We had a little bit of trouble, much thanks to Matt, Mitch's bro. He came over as well, and we were able to get it figured out. We had to use the old caliper holder because the other one decided not to fit properly, but we got it working. We actually just took it for a test drive. It's the first time I drove it in about 3.5 weeks, so it's definitely nice to be able to drive it. We're about to start this other side. So yeah, we're gonna get to it right now.
Won't you let me know where do you hide when you leave me wasted? Oh, I wanna know. We're only lovers when we count down. Tell me when to stop. Tell me when to stop, babe. Just keep on dancing like a night bound. Lovers on the clock. I'll be ready when we go down.
Alright, so let me give you an update of what's going on. I'm really frustrated right now. If you don't know, on the reason, excuse me, I'm extremely dirty. The reason that we had the issue the first time on the right rear was because the piston inside of the caliper was stuck open. And then once we took care of that, we had piston problems with the following one going over the new brake kit. So we ordered the new caliper, we ordered everything, all the seals, all the gaskets. I got steel braided brake lines for the fronts, and all that jazz. That's what took all the time it did to take care of the issue we had. So yesterday, obviously, we picked up where we left off, continued. Everything went very smoothly. Obviously you saw all that already, and we were good. Moved on to the opposite side. Front, easy, no problem. I did all the rewiring of the brake sensors and the new lines, took care of that. Rotors on, pads on, everything's done with the front. So I'm like, thank you, we're almost done. Finally get this thing drivable again. And get to the left rear, and I have the exact same issue that I just had with the front caliper, or with the other rear caliper. The exact same. The piston is once again stuck open and will not retract. So therefore, I'm back at the parts store buying another caliper with the new piston and a bigger one at that, so we can fit over the new brakes, because these new brakes are a lot bigger than my previous ones. So we are now into the $1,000 on fixing this simple brake job, and you just don't know what you get into when you get to racing. I did some research, and apparently when there's heavy wear and tear on a car, such as racing, I mean, last race at Pitt Raceway was like 130, 140 to like 60. in a couple seconds. You can do damage to your older calipers and the pistons won't retract, and that's exactly what we have going on. These are the original calipers that came stock with the car. Obviously the pads and rotors have been replaced, but the calipers themselves were the original OEMs. So I mean, overall they needed to get replaced eventually, obviously. I mean, it is what it is, but just this is not the week. Like, I'm just tired of spending all this money on this car right now, and just want to get racing. We are going to be racing. I'll get it done by probably tomorrow, because it's going to take 1 day to get this thing ordered. So hopefully we'll get it done tomorrow and we'll be racing next week. But either way, it's really frustrating. So yeah.
Day 2.
As I said, we had that part on order for the following day. This is the only thing left keeping us from racing. We've got it. So, the only thing left to do now is put this thing on, and we'll be racing this week, thankfully. Super excited. Driving past Jags, I just had to stop. I got myself a new driving suit. Race Quip, as always. I love Race Quip. I rock them on every driving apparel I've ever had. They keep you safe. Also, I got another FTP here, so this is a Red Bull, so don't crucify me. It's not NOS, it's not Monster, but does the job. Race Quip, got that taken care of. Now on to the next task, which is, we gotta get this car back together. Alright guys, let's fast forward now about half of a day. I apologize, but I did not film the final setup for getting this car put back together. And the reason being is that I just had to get it done. We leave very shortly. This thing gets put on a trailer to go to Pittsburgh to get ready for Pocono, and I had to have it done. And that is the reason I didn't film. But she's done. That is right. Midnight, her is finally put back together, and she is ready to go racing at Pocono and ready to go racing at Pitt Raceway next week. Well, it's actually this week now. So after nearly a month, thousands of dollars later, full brand new brake spec'd out kit from R1 Concepts. Huge shout out to R1 Concepts. I love their performance race brakes. And with help from the pit crew of Mitch, Matt, and Mike, we were able to get this done finally. And it's such a relief. Everything is 100%. Only thing left to do is an oil change, full fluid flush, all the basic necessary track things before the official hit the track. Got everything together, ready to go onto the truck. Got my extra tires in case something happens there. Just need to put the front bumper on, which that'll go on after she gets off the trailer. Truck's back there. She needs to get filled up. Either way, we're done. Thank you guys for tuning in for this long, thought out, drawn out process of putting together brand new brake kit, bleeding brakes, new steel braided brake lines throughout, everything. If it comes to brakes on this car, every single thing is brand new. And if they're waiting for parts, there's no more waiting because it's done. Thank you guys so much for all the support. I do appreciate it. Shout out to Falcon. Shout out to NGK Spark Plugs. Shout out to Castro Oil. Shout out to Alpine. Shout out to Race Quip. I just received my new driving suit for this year. I want to make sure I get most of my sponsors here. Shout out to Arachnopovic Exhaust Company, NRG Innovations, Vortex Supercharger, and just about everybody right now that I can think of. Sunoco Race Fuel, and of course SCCA, Sports Car Club of America. Thank you guys for everything. Video 8, we are going to end the video right here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in for this. Peace out. Remember, you create your own story.